Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, kings and queens, queens and kings of the globe. It's your boy Hector Flores checking in from Florida. It's been a little bit since I made a video, and there's been something that's been on my mind kind of on and off over the past maybe I'd say 2-3 weeks, and I just gotta share this with you guys. So if you could please, I would really appreciate it. Share this up. I think this is gonna touch on a topic that affects many of us, if not all of us, especially the parents, because it does regard our children, and something that I've seen that is unfortunately being subconsciously programmed one way or another, molded psychologically, spiritually, emotionally into our children. And you know, we've kind of heard some of these topics before, but this one is a little bit more new school, quote unquote. But you know, again, if you could please share this up, I definitely want to check in real quick and say thank you for everything that y'all do. You guys are always supporting my my page, Instinctual Messages, you know, sharing and liking. You know, there's another chapter of that page coming up here shortly. Stay tuned for some merch that I'm going to be setting up there. I'm really excited about that. It's going to be some fire threads, so to speak. But anyways, let me go ahead and get on into it. About like I said, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I'm in the kitchen at my house, and my 10-year-old daughter, again, 10-year-old daughter, she comes out of her room kind of like out of nowhere, out of left field, and says, "Dad, why are so many people on TikTok?" I think she's actually, no, she didn't say people. She said, "Why are so many girls on TikTok bashing and hating on men?" And I was shocked to hear that from her. Jaw dropped, mind blown, and I'm saying, damn. 10-year-old little girl is telling me how on a world-known, internationally known social media app at 10 years old, she's seeing how girls and or women are bashing on men. She's 10 years old. Obviously, that's not happening in my home because, I mean, I'm a guy and I have respect for men and women. However, to hear that from her broke my heart. And it made me realize what is being shown to them. And this isn't just about girls, because obviously, you know, it's going to involve boys too. However, the truth of the matter is, the fact is, a 10-year-old child, girl, is being taught to hate and to bash on men. Now look, you know, there's a big old race war, you know, political party war, you know, just a sex war, gender war. And I'm not here for that. I'm just here to state the facts based on my experience and the truth that obviously comes from that. Look, first and foremost, I'm going to apologize to any of you mothers or women out there that are parents that have been treated like ish and have been wounded and scarred to the point that has been extremely difficult to get over. You know, none of us, none of y'all deserve that. And I pray and I wish and I hope for healing and a brighter future. However, I must state that if anybody has ever vomited their spiritual or emotional poison upon you, it is ultimately up to you or us to either process and deflect that poison, or choose to consume it. And if we are not careful and we are not aware of ourselves, because we are still learning about ourselves and we don't quite know ourselves, that poison ends up running through our being. That poison ends up running through our veins. That poison ends up running through our fundamental spiritual being if we're not careful. And then that same poison, we then can proceed the cycle and share that poison with an innocent child. And then in that aspect, we continue the cycle for our future. So this is in regards to the future of our people. Don't let the experience that you've gone through, the unfortunate experience that you've gone through, affect you to a degree that you then share that poison with an innocent child, and then that child follows that cycle subconsciously. They now are programmed with that subconsciously. We see enough in certain ways of today's society psychologically, subconsciously programming both ourselves from our past and our childhood, and even currently with the children. And that may play a role as well. However, it still is abundantly clear that, unfortunately, women are playing a role in that. That, you know, mothers have played a role in that. And again, this isn't about pointing the fingers, because I am sure, without a doubt, you know, unaware and scarred, wounded men have played this role as well. But in this instance, as a father of a daughter, of a girl, of a female, I'm going to touch on this. I have to, because you know, women have an ultimate. You women have an amazing ultimate power that contributes to society, and I think that this is an important topic to be aware of. That's why I say share this up, because no child deserves that, no little girl deserves that, no little boy, even the boy. If you're teaching a boy subconsciously to you know, be frustrated or angry or hurt regarding men, then they're going to end up being insecure and self-conscious just about themselves because of their gender, without even realizing that's how they are. And then as they grow into adults, both those young girls and those young boys, that's going to be affecting their you know, their circles and their situations in life. And we all want the best for them. At least I would hope we do. So that's something to be truly aware of. So please, you know, share this up. This needs to go out there. You know, a 10-year-old daughter out of left field, my little girl, comes out to me and says, why are girls bashing on men all the time? I can't fake that. That's out there. And the only way we're going to fix this, the only way we're going to heal from that wound is if we address it. This isn't a blame game. We have a problem. And our children don't deserve to suffer for that. Our children, as they grow, becoming adults, don't deserve to suffer from that. So I'm going to end that video there. Already going up, I'm like 7 minutes or so. Again, watch for that merch, Instinctual Messages. You guys, you know, you can come follow my page on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. You know, by all means, come support the page. Watch out for that merch. You know, many blessings, much respect in these crazy times. Stay safe, stay wise. More videos to come. Much love, you guys. Kings and queens, queens and kings of the globe. It's your boy, Hector Flores, checking out from Florida.